so this would be a little bit about what's going on. Let's see, I just finished helping my best friend move. And you know, this is what I don't understand about people, alright? I had a very good upbringing. My parents instilled very good values. Not that I listened, you know, when I was rebelling, but, you know, it stuck with me. You know, just like normal things. Like, you know, I don't tell your mom no. When she says go do something, you go do it. Or if you're not going to go do it, you don't say no. You know, you just say okay and then not do it. But, I mean, stuff like that, I don't know. That was just the way I was brought up. My parents were very loving and kind. They taught us to do chores. Every Thursday we had chore night where my mom would write a big list of chores out. You know, it was like when we went out to eat anywhere, it was like we got water. You know, we knew better than to ask for soda or milk or something, and my parents were rich. You know, they could afford it, but they were very frugal in a good way. Little things like that, they didn't spend extra money, and I learned to be the same way. If we went to a gas station, you know, we could have one soda maybe on a trip, but you know, just everyday life, you know, if we were going to school or you know, church, whatever, and we stopped at a gas station, you know, we didn't get a soda. Much less get a soda at every place that we stopped at. Not just sodas, but you know, whatever. We carried our own water. If we were thirsty, we drank water. If we were hungry, then we ate what was put in front of us at dinner. I don't know, maybe it's just like today's kids are just raised different, and I feel funny saying that because I'm not that old. I'm only, you know, I'm almost 22, but it's like a whole other world the way kids are raised now. I mean, I love Angela to death, but her kids just like, they run wild. I've never seen anything like it. The way they talk back, the way they don't clean up after themselves, the way, I don't know, like, if we go to a gas station, they each have to get their own soda. Not just soda, but like, you know, the expensive sodas, they demand it. And they each have to have their own, because there's two of them. And, I don't know, if she says something like, no, I don't have the money today, I've never seen children be so disrespectful back. They'll be like, yes, you do. You would have more money if you didn't spend it all on your fat self. I mean, really, that's the way they talk to her. And, we're moving today. And they're moving into a new house down the street. And her kids are just like running wild. You know, like sitting there bitching about stuff and complaining. I don't want to go here, I want to go there. And it's like, we're moving, you know? When I was young and we were moving, I don't know about y'all, but when I was young, I moved a few times. The first time that I remember moving, I was 5 years old. And I packed up pretty much my own room. And it was packed up, and I knew that on moving day I was going to be moving. There was going to be no complaining. If, you know, I was 5, so they didn't expect me to do it all, but, you know, when I got tired or whatever, I knew what to do. You know, stay out of the adult's way. Ask a question if I need to, accept the answer, and move on. I knew better than to, I don't know, it's like they just stood there and bitched at everybody, and then, you know, the parents just take that. And I'm sitting there going, I want to hit them. And it's like, you know, that, and also, a lot of the stuff in that house is like really old and gross stuff. And, because they've lived there forever, and they are also in recovery for drugs and alcohol, and, you know, when you're doing drugs and stuff, you just don't clean up as much. So I've never seen a house so messy either. I mean, ew. But anyway, that's whatever. And it's like, you know, just like little tiny things, you know, like McDonald's toys that are gross, and I'm trying to throw them away, and she's like, no, the kids will kill me. You know, the kids have to have those. They'll yell at me, and I'm like, yeah, because they're the boss. You know, since when did kids become the boss? Is that really the way it is today? Apparently. And just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me, and really it bothers me, like, really bad, to the point where I don't really like going over to her house, and that sucks, because, you know, she's my best friend, and I can't do anything about it. But man, those kids, they're such brats. And the way they, no matter what it is, she just gives into them. And, you know, they are the parent. And it's like, you know, when I was a child, if my mom said something, I knew better than to go ask my dad the same thing and try to get a different answer. And it might be just that I was raised in like this wonderful, you know, picturesque, really, it's like a picture perfect family. And maybe I just have no idea about being raised outside of that. But, you know, I've lived on the streets. Um, and I've had I'm pretty street smart. I mean, I was raised in a little bubble, but I went off on my own at a young age and ran away and stuff, and I learned a lot. You know, mostly stuff that I'm sure my parents never wanted me to have to learn. But, I mean, it just, am I really that ridiculous? Where I honestly don't, it baffles me. I honestly do not know how a parent can allow a child to be the parent. I mean, how do you get to that point? And not only that, but I mean, the kids had their friends in and out of the house all day. And finally, I just looked at Angela. I'm like, why don't you send them to their friends' houses? Why are all their friends coming here? And you know, so she did that, but then they just kept coming back, and she let them do that. And then, like, at one point, I remember Angela said to her oldest daughter, "Can you get me a box from downstairs?" Daughter goes, "I don't know where they are." And Angela's like, "Well, that's why you go find one. Can you bring me one?" And her daughter's like, and just threw a fit. Finally, she went downstairs and she never came back up. She just left. And I'm like, dude, if I would have done that, ooh, I would be in trouble. Actually, that would never cross my mind to do that. Anyway, I've spent enough time ranting about that, so in the last minute that I have left on here, I'll give you a quick update. Work is going very good. The eating disorder stuff is, I don't know, probably pretty much the same. I haven't really been feeling that good lately. Let's see, what else was there? I have noticed a lot of the things that people say about, you know, this disease, especially on here, you know, they post things like, you know, do not watch if you're in recovery, whatever, this is pro-ana, and, you know, that's cool, you know, at least you put in some kind of disclaimer on it. But even that is just stupid, because, I mean, first of all, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. I only have like 30 more seconds before this thing is gonna cut me off, I think. Anyway, but I don't get it. I don't understand the pro-ana community. Well, let me take that back. I do understand it to an extent. Although that is one thing I didn't get into very much, the pro-ana stuff. Because in my very sickest, I don't know, just wouldn't have really crossed my mind to come on and look at this stuff, and it's everywhere else, so why do you need to look online, you know? But I don't know, I guess I don't get it. I don't understand it. Alright, you guys, so keep posting videos, okay? A lot of people just don't post videos enough, and I love seeing people's videos. I mean, there's a reason that I subscribe to you, if I subscribe to you, and if you were a subscriber to me, you know, I love it. You know, I like watching videos of the people that subscribe to me, so keep making videos, and it's gonna cut me off